Hi everyone, this is the LEGO BrickHeadz Adventure Peely and Cuddle Team Leader set. It's a gift with purchase that was offered in August 2025 with purchases of up to $130 or $140 US or $170 Canadian. And I built it live on YouTube without the instructions. You can check out the video in the corner right here if you're interested. So in this set, we got 4 numbered bags, numbered from 1 to 4. We got 2 instruction manuals, so 2 people can build this set in parallel at the same time. And everything is self-explanatory on the instruction cover pages. So one thing I could do is I could just put all the bag 1 stuff to the side like this and open bag 2 at the same time. And we'll just figure it out as we go along. This is an actual banana, and there you can see the comparison between Peely and a standard banana that you could get at a supermarket. And let's compare accuracy to the source material. You can see like a real banana does not have any legs or eyes, and it's not a video game character, so not entirely accurate, but the shaping here is more or less accurate. The olive green reminds me of the green shown here on the banana. And if you're here right now, you can celebrate because this is the very first time that an actual physical banana or any fruit has appeared on this channel. So you're witnessing history right now, folks. Wow, that was a very interesting build. This one was definitely the more difficult one to build. This one took a lot longer, specifically because of the head part. Everything from here on down, so this part was simple, but this part was not, at least not in my opinion, so it was pretty challenging for me to figure this part out without the instructions, because we're building studs from all sides here. So we have studs going this way, this way, this way, and this way, and this way. So it's really hard to find the right combination of pieces to get it perfectly right, while also respecting the color matching. There are some other brackets that would not appear in the right color, so I just preferred to leave this blank, and from far away, it doesn't really matter, like that gap is not super duper visible. So it doesn't bother me that much, and I don't feel like going into the instructions and figuring out how to do it the proper way, because I think this is definitely good enough for display. So yeah, this part was particularly challenging for me. The other challenge in this build was figuring out the ears of the Cuddle Team Leader. So it's actually attached using these pieces right here, so rounded plates. At first I thought that these would be angled, but it turns out that they're not angled, they're just going straight across. So a lot of the time the solution is a lot simpler than you might think. And the models do look complete, although I did not use a bunch of the pieces. So there's a lot of pieces I ended up not needing to use, but I still see the final result as being fairly complete. And one of the challenges I faced when building this, in addition to not being able to see this from the inside, is that the box did not show these models from the back at all. So I basically had to guess. And even now, I've looked at the LEGO website, I've looked at a bunch of other sources. I have not seen what these look like from the back, so here's what I did. I think this is fairly reasonable. It's not entirely crazy, but it's not the official solution, or it might not be the official solution depending on how things end up. But still, I'm pretty satisfied with how these turned out. I have played Fortnite a little bit, but I'm not a specialist, so I cannot speak to these characters in a great amount of detail. But I do like the BrickHeadz form. This one is using completely standard and generic LEGO pieces. You could recreate this one using the pieces in your own collection because there's nothing here that's really special. These eyes are in pretty much all the BrickHeadz, or almost all of them. Everything else is just standard LEGO building techniques, which is how it should be. So if you want to recreate this for yourself or your child, you can just buy the parts and make it. You don't need to chase after this gift with purchase. But for the Cuddle Team Leader, there are a couple prints which are exclusive to the set as far as I know. This brick right here, as well as this tile, and this tile. Although this one I think is a little bit less important than these two. So yeah, this one is going to be a little bit more difficult to part out because you're going to need these pieces. Especially the face. Like, it's not going to look very good with just a plain tile here, and brick building this is going to be a bit challenging at this scale. But I'm sure people are going to try. So yeah, these are nice models. Here's what they look like from the top, and from the bottom, without the stands, by the way. Not very much to see there. And basically what you see is what you get with these. The build experience is nice. I would recommend trying to build these without the instructions and try to see if you can do them better than I did. it's definitely doable, although you will have to think a little bit about the top of the head right here and also the top here. So you could basically build everything without the instructions up to like this point for the Cuddle team leader and this point for the Peely. And then from here you have to do a little bit of thinking. But I do appreciate that process. I think that you learn a lot when building out the instructions, and it does give you a little bit of an insight into what the LEGO designer had to do. Of course, they had to pick the pieces to design with, but also they have all the pieces on hand, so it could be both a blessing or a curse depending on how you look at it. So yeah, these are good characters to get. I'm perfectly happy with them. They look good on display. If you get tired of them, pieces are useful to be used in your own custom creations. And as I said during the live stream, I do think that LEGO should sell this set in 6 months, or like let's say January, February of next year, after all the people got their gift with purchase. Sell this to the general public so that people who want this set, especially for these exclusive parts, are able to get it without having to go to the secondary market and pay inflated prices. Like this could be a very nice $20 or $25 set. I think a lot of people would be interested in getting it, especially if they're either Fortnite fans or BrickHeadz fans or both, or people are just completionists in terms of BrickHeadz. They want to get every single one, and that's why I don't want BrickHeadz to be gifts with purchase only. They did do this with some of the Lord of the Rings BrickHeadz, but then that BrickHeadz was also available for purchase separately, so if you did not want to buy Rivendell, you still have the option to get it. So I do hope that LEGO sells this either at the LEGO store or maybe as an insider's award at the very least. Then you just redeem a code online and you're able to get it if you have sufficient number of points or something like that. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this set. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And be sure to like and subscribe for more amazing videos coming your way very soon.